It's cleanup day here on Wheat Drive in Bozeman, Montana, at the city's only remaining urban camp. Those left on this lonely street are coming to terms with the future where the places they live are now against the law. City staff have organized cleanups like this for the past 5 years, and camper Mike Schmidt is doing his part, cleaning up because he's moving out.
What do they say? I say mountains and valleys.
Mountains and valleys.
Yeah, you gotta overcome one of them.
Schmidt says he's a Gulf War veteran who fell on hard times and ended up living in a camper trailer. That all changed when homeless advocates and the Veterans Administration helped him find low-income housing over the summer.
It's based on what I make, or based on pay. Yeah, it's brand new. Washer and dryer, dishwasher, air conditioning.
Mike will now live at the Beaumont, one of Bozeman's newly built affordable housing developments.
Hi, this is my place.
His transition from the streets is a success story in what has been a grueling chapter in Montana's housing crisis. The state saw rapid growth after the pandemic, with housing prices almost doubling in places like Bozeman, averaging more than $800,000 for a single-family home at its peak. With a statewide housing shortage and soaring rents, some folks began living on the streets.
It went from 2 or 3, I think, to the height was about 240 or 250 campers out on the right-of-way. And then we knew that something had to be done.
The city of Bozeman counted more than 240 people living in 7 urban camps in 2023, most of them sleeping in their cars, RVs, or camp trailers. There was uproar from neighbors, and several local businesses sued the city. City leaders held commission meeting after commission meeting and struggled to find a solution.
I request that the City Commission put an end to urban camping.
I call on the commission to end this public nuisance once and for all.
I'm coming in here because this is in my neighborhood. And what do you expect me to do? Thank you.
There's been a focus on the campers themselves and the impacts of their circumstances, but there's also an impact from urban camping on the rest of the community. And I think that during the height of this, the conflict that caused in our community was one of the biggest conflicts I've ever seen in my years here.
The final crackdown started in October of 2024 after a landmark Supreme Court case allowed cities across the United States to regulate urban camping. Bozeman then created a permit system for campers and a ban on camping this November.
So what we're driving into is the last area of the city of Bozeman that's permitted camping. The permitted campers will have a sticker on the back of their camp facility with a number.
Ben Bailey is Bozeman's neighborhood services manager. He's been checking on Bozeman's urban campers every month for the past 2 years, helping them navigate life in these crowded and conflicted camps.
Every one of them has my phone number. I know every one of them personally, so if there's an issue that arises as small as something not going well at work or a conflict between neighbors, they'll generally reach out to me on my cell phone, or we'll set up a time to meet. Bailey's job has been rolling out Ordinance 2172, the city rule that created the permit system for Bozeman's urban campers. That rule outlawed camping on Bozeman's streets on October 1st. However, those with permits still have a few weeks to figure out where to go next. How's it going?
Terrible. You know it.
Well, I got your permit for the month.
Bailey offers to connect campers to financial help and social services, but says that help doesn't work for everyone.
You people just don't get it.
Well, you're asking for help. I'm trying to let you know what it is. But what do you need from me?
Nothing. Nothing can help. Nobody can help us. Nobody can help me.
Well, have you gone to HRDC?
I have.
What'd they tell you?
Nothing.
There's always going to be that support network for folks that are just down on their luck. There's no one real definition of what a urban camper is. It's somebody that is experiencing houseless insecurities or homelessness.
I mean, I could have been, dropped at someplace, that has zero services at all. So they at least, did me a favor by, put me here.
Matt Radetsky said he was stranded in Bozeman last year after friends literally left him on the side of the road in his wheelchair. Radetsky is packing up a U-Haul and plans to move out before the city begins threatening fines of up to $500 or even jail time for rule breakers.
There's a lot of stuff out here that it's not supposed to be. And then I have to pick it up.
Oh, we're gonna clean this up.
Okay.
What's the plan? What are you going to do?
Get back to North Carolina. Home.
Remember the first time we met?
It was after a year, wasn't it? About a year?
John Wallace does not have a city camping permit. Wallace says he worked at a lumber mill in Townsend, Montana, but was laid off during the pandemic and eventually moved to the streets.
How did everything go with recovery from when you got assaulted?
I don't know the stats, and I wanted to press charges, but I think it's too late now.
He's tired of what he called dangerous living conditions, but doesn't know where else to go.
Honestly, I just want to get a place. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
It's my camper, but I don't want to live like this forever.
Bozeman's leaders say the number of people camping on its streets is always a changing number. After the city tightened its rules in 2024, many of them moved out. Bailey says maybe more than 100 have left for other parts of the state. Some, the city says, have moved their camps onto private land, while others have found space with family. Around 30 former campers are now at Bozeman's homeless shelter, and about a dozen have transitioned into city-sponsored, affordable housing.
Currently, we have over 400 units that are either being leased or are in the process of being constructed, and we have a pipeline where we're seeing hundreds more, in some cases thousands more.
This looks like hundreds of units, or maybe more than 100 units.
216 units, yeah.
Bozeman Mayor Terry Cunningham said building costs are so high in Bozeman that city leaders have lobbied for millions of dollars in tax incentives and community loans to convince developers to build housing that people can afford. Without that partnership, he said, rents would keep going up and Bozeman's working class would have very few affordable options.
We have been one of the fastest growing small towns in America for many years. In 2008, when the housing bubble burst, everybody nationwide stopped building, including in Bozeman, and we've never made up that inventory. So we've been in a deficit situation for years, and we're playing catch up.
These affordable units at Westlake Heights run about $1,600 for a two-bedroom. Yes, that's a bargain in Bozeman for this kind of apartment. To qualify, renters have to prove that they have income below 70% of the area's median income. It's a sliding scale that moves with family size. While these new apartments have only been a small part of the solution to the urban camping problem, Cunningham says they've been a lifeline for a larger cross-section of Bozeman residents struggling with housing issues.
We're seeing people moving from domestic violence shelters. We're seeing family promise clients come here. We're seeing from HRDC. We're seeing from veterans programs. They are moving in and they are finding permanent housing opportunities here in Bozeman.
That includes Bozeman's Mike Schmidt, who works as a line cook in a restaurant in town. He said the VA is helping foot the bill for 9 months of rent so he can get back on his feet.
So yeah, I was camping not more than probably 500 feet from here. And now it's this great big building and I'm in it.
Schmidt said moving into an apartment and out of the city's urban camps will help him move on with life.
To be permanently in a place, and instead of having to worry whether or not somebody's going to come and say, hey, you got to get out of here. And it's a big relief.
For Impact, I'm Matt Standall in Bozeman.